Well, hey family, this is Darlene. I wanted to stop by really quick this morning. I had a young lady who purchased my building brand loyalty through email marketing. So she reached out to me and she was talking about, just thanking me for all the information in the book and all that good stuff. So at some point, she was telling me that before COVID happened, she would go out to all these different events. That's how she made her money, selling her handmade product and all this good stuff. So then she says, I never collected emails. So I'm like, well, what do you mean you never collected emails? Like all those events you were going to for 5 years, mind you, 5 years, mind you, 5 years, she was never collecting emails. And she said, Darlene, I never thought, to collect emails. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. If you didn't know, you just didn't know. But the end game is not to have to always go to events in order to, make your money or bring in some revenue, right? Somebody always wants some. I mean, in the sense of information. Calm down. Calm down. So I was saying to her, the end game is to establish an online brand, not to have to always be packing up and going to events because that's a lot of work. I did that in the early part of when I was building Jewelry by BDK. That's a lot of work, and that's not something that in the very beginning I knew that that was something that I hadn't planned to do for a really long time. I'm not a labor kind of girl. That's just not what I do. And I was just like, oh no, this is a lot of work. I can't be doing this. So, way back when, my thought was, how can I contact these people and not have to be here at this event? So, it was a thing of let me collect their emails. Let me collect their emails. So, that's exactly what I began to do. So, then what I did is I started going to events with higher foot traffic, 25,000 music festivals, oh my God, arts and craft, not arts and craft shows, but street fairs and all those different things. And it amazed me because if you put your email clipboard there with a bowl of candy right next to it, it's easy to say to people, do you mind adding your name to the email list? So you could be updated, or, we could send you an email regarding new designs or, just things going on with the brand. And people would like quickly, especially if they were already buying something. They're like, oh, well, let me know. Yes, please. My favorite color is, and people would actually do that right on there what their favorite color is, what they like all those type of things. So the end game is to always collect those emails. That's gold. Oh Lord, that's gold. For real, that's gold. Not unless you plan to just always be out here going to different events, and there is nothing wrong with that. If that's your groove, that's your vibe, that's what you dig doing, I don't see anything wrong with that. But me, I'm not a labor kind of girl. I just can't do it. I'll pick and choose big events like all during the year, like maybe two big events like all during the year. I might do a small one. It just depends on if they people that spend money. I've been there before and they spend money. It could be like maybe a women's conference, right? So I've gone to a lot of the women conferences. Ooh, and them girls spend money. They'll be playing. Okay, they spends money. They do not be playing. So for events like that, I'll take a lot of sets. It'll be necklace sets, and they buys them up, like candy. So that type of thing I'll do. But you want to always establish your emails. You want to collect those emails. You want to utilize those emails. But then you also want to remember, don't spam folk. You don't want to be sending people 5,000 emails in one day, right? And a smart thing would do is just create a newsletter talking about whatever it is that your service is, your product is, news surrounding that, and then include a promo of one or two items of yours in that newsletter. And that's a good way to stay in touch, with people. Not always, hey, I got something new. Hey, here's a new necklace. Hey, here's some new shoes. Hey, here's some new candles. You don't want to spam people. You don't want to do that. So if you create the newsletter, you can send the newsletter out, once per month. And then you can add, some promo items up in there. But, don't just spam folk. That's not good stuff. And never send them an email regarding a service or a product they never signed up for, right? Now you can include that in the email somewhere that, hey, you can join our email list for our new line of candles that's coming out, or you can join our email list for our new safari trips, whatever you want to do. So if they signed up for jewelry, please don't send them people emails for CMOS. You can't do that. That's spamming because they didn't give you permission to send them emails regarding CMOS, but they did for jewelry. So in that you want to be very careful too. Okay. Just wanted to stop by and say that because I figure if that young lady was doing that, somebody else was doing that too. So you always want to try to establish your brand online. That way they can buy 24 hours a day. You wake up and you got sales you need to package up, and get them things out. And don't only be just on one platform. Be kind of spread across the board. There's a lot of different platforms on which you can sell your items on, which make a whole lot of sense to me. And then collect those emails. You want those emails. It only makes sense in the end, right? Uh, Building brand loyalty through email marketing. It's available on my Etsy shop. In my Etsy shop right now. I think I got a link around here somewhere, but I'll put another one in here. But anyway, family, we'll talk soon.